it to me like.
Every day feels boring. The same thing, routine in the morning. Grew up too fast without warning. And when it rains it's pouring. I got dreams, big dreams. I wanna do big things, but I just can't seem to put it all together. I just wanna be seen. I'm jumping ship, I'ma dive in. Middle of the ocean, swimming till I find it. I see an island out ahead, filled with things that I've wanted since I was a kid. Swim to it.
Hey, what's up, Gina? Yeah, the roaches be heifering. So the reason why I waited a couple of minutes is I wanted to calm down a little. So that didn't happen, though. So we're just going to get right into this. So the heifers over on Deets want to blame me for everything. Sit the fuck down, okay? I have nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with what happened between MJ and fucking Zav Girl. Not a fucking thing. And Zav Girl will tell you that herself. Even Zav Girl's people know it has nothing to do with me. But you have that piece of shit obsessed b-fergs. Oh, I think Laura's CPS is gassing her up. b-fergs, do you want to fucking lick my pussy? I swear, you must. Because you talk about me and obsess over me more than anybody on this fucking platform. So I think you're just in love with me. I really do. I can't imagine any other reason why you bring me up every fucking where you go. No, sorry, bitch. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. But there's b-fergs running her fucking twisted ass loser mouth as usual. So, okay. So my question to Deets, and Deets, this is an honest question. When you give an opinion on something, could you fucking imagine if I blamed you because you gave an opinion on something? Wow. Fucking imagine that. So I give an opinion and all of a sudden I'm to blame for everything. My name was mentioned like 7 times and I only listened for like 20 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, for real? Oh, Laura said this. You can't get views without hating on Laura? I mean, seriously, you only had like 180 views, 180 people in there. Then as soon as you started blaming Laura, it fucking jumped up. Imagine doing a full live without fucking mentioning me. But the funniest part, and honestly, I find this to be the fucking funniest part, is you have Jonesin over there. Miss Holier than fucking thou Jonesin, okay? Who sat there and strikes people just for fun. And they laugh about it. Ha ha, yeah, we know Jonesin. Oh, that's okay though. You're sitting here bitching about somebody who didn't even strike, but just talked about it because they're frustrated, while you have someone sitting on your fucking panel that strikes for no reason just because she wants to be an asshole. But that's okay, right? That gets a pass. You guys are so fucking fake and pathetic. I don't give a fuck if everyone that in my channel left to go to your channel. I don't give a fuck. They can stay there. You guys are fake as fuck. And you're fucking morons who don't understand what the fight was all about, even. So let me explain. Let me break it down for you and explain the way I know it. First off, okay? First off, and I mean this wholeheartedly. What happened was Zav is paying good money for those FOIAs or whatever. Let me hold on. Let me also back up. I don't even fucking cover Wade Wilson anymore. I haven't covered him in like 2 fucking months, maybe more. Like, I'll still go on YouTube streets here and there. I'll still fucking, listen to Zav Girl here and there. I think I got a membership at MJ's. I can listen to her once in a while, but I don't cover the man. I can't fucking stand him. I can't stand his laugh. I can't stand the Wade wives. I can't stand any of them. So I stopped covering it. I don't want to hear the fucking dudes laugh anymore. But when I'm making candles or working or doing something and I just need someone to listen to, and one of them are on, yeah, I'll listen to it. Zav, very easy to listen to. Melissa Jade, sometimes very easy to listen to. I got fucking no problem listening. You don't see me engaging. You don't see me like all up in it. I don't give a fuck. I can't stand Wade Wilson. So I just want to preface that. So let's go back to the beginning. Phone calls from prison gets all these phone calls. Me and Zav talked about getting the phone calls, okay? And we talked about getting the phone calls. Well, we found out phone calls were going to be like $70,000. Yeah, that ain't fucking happening. That's kind of when I didn't care about Wade Wilson anymore. And because I was like, everybody's making money off this motherfucker, even the county. So I stopped, fucking with him. But Zav Girl wanted to she didn't want to keep using phone calls from prison. She wanted to do her own thing. Understandably, she's got over 100,000 subs. She wants, her own material. And she was paying, I kept seeing her give phone calls from beyond like $50 a live stream. So she was kind of paying phone calls from prison all the time. I keep saying phone calls from beyond. And I was like, damn, you're giving her a lot of money. So she's like, it's expensive to get those calls. Okay. Jump Street Pablo, we know, was making money hand over fist on those calls. Phone calls from prison made 50,000 subscribers on those phone calls. She's making really good money on those phone calls. Phone calls from prison did not mind everybody because, she's released a lot of calls and it helped her channel immensely. So Heifer 1 and Heifer 2 over there are sitting there saying, well, Laura, you used phone calls from prison. You did the same thing. Did I fucking say I didn't? Like, who the fuck? Why are you using my name to make a point? At no point did I ever fucking say that I don't use phone calls from prison. At no point. But you don't know that I spoke to her. You don't know that I haven't spoke to her. You don't know that I worked out something with her. You don't know that I didn't send her an email and I asked her if you don't know that, do you, bitches? No, you don't. You absolutely do not know who the fuck I talk to, what we talk about, or anything. So you just want to sit over there assuming oh, let's just use Laura's name. Let's just say that Laura does this, this, and this, because then, we look better. Because that's essentially what you're fucking doing. Because at no fucking point do you know if I have a deal with phone calls from prison, if I spoke to phone calls from prison, if I emailed phone calls from prison and asked her if it was okay. You have no fucking idea, do you? No, you don't. So shut the fuck up. But that's only point number 1. Hey, Vanessa. Point number 2. You missed the entire fucking point about Zav Girl. The entire point. Now, I don't know the specific details. I am not Melissa Jade, nor am I Zav Girl. I don't get involved in other people's fucking petty bullshit. Okay? What I was told the other day, I gave an opinion on. And that is what you got a clip about the other day, Deets, that you had to so point me out. All right? Because you don't get clips about anybody else, right? Nobody else sends you clips. Only clips about Laura. And then, by the way, Nanya, do you think Zav Girl cares if you're a fucking subscriber or not? You sit there like, well, I have never been subscribed. I have never been watching her since. Nobody cares. I don't know why this holier than thou fucking attitude is so prevalent around here. Can't you just say you never watched her? Period. End of story. Or you don't watch me, or you don't watch this one. But this fucking holier than thou attitude, like you're so much better, is such a fucking sign of your insecurity. It's very simple to say, I just don't watch her. End of story. That's it. I just don't watch her. Nobody needs this whole fucking explanation of why you don't watch her and how she did this and she did that. And nobody cares. And it's funny. It went out that we're trashing Laura with b-fergs, and look who shows up in their chat. Capone. Funny. All you garbage people can fucking stay over there, because that's all you are. Fucking two-faced, wannabe fucking heifer losers. But let me go on. Hey, Brandon. Let me go on. But they don't do drama. They're so much better. Isn't that what they always say? They're just so much better. That's right, Criminal Med. So it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter the shit that they've done or the people in their crew have done. I'm not going to say they particularly, but that doesn't matter. No. They're this holier than thou. We're so great. We're so what? You're fucking fake ass bitches. Just sit down. All right, so let me get back to Zav. Okay. So Zav had noticed that she would go live and then someone else would go live. And the only thing that Zav was asking, in my opinion, again, I don't know all the details. The only thing Zav was asking, in my opinion, was respect. And I guess Zav felt like she was kind of slighted. And again, you'd have to ask Zav. I'm not involved. But my opinion, because yes, I am entitled to have an opinion, although the holier than thou HOA who thinks their opinion is the only one that matters and that their crew is the only one that matters, well, here's newsflash. No, they're not. And the ones that laughed at my title, you can fucking stay over there. There's people that watch everywhere. You can stay over there with these fake ass bitches. Let them stick up for you, okay? Like I said the other day, I like loyalty. You're not going to be you're going to be a two-faced bitch. Stay with the other two-faced bitches. I don't give a fuck. I've said this for years. I don't care if I got 50 fucking people in here, as long as it's the right 50 people. I don't need 400 people to be a fake ass, to be a fake ass fucking cunt. I don't need 400 people to be a fucking asshole. Okay? So stay over there. Don't need you. Don't want you. Bye bye. Now, going back to the situation, please explain to me why my name is in this at all. That's what I want to know, Deets. Why is me having an opinion constitute you dragging me over and over and over the fuck again? And then fucking allowing Heifer B-Fergs, the obsessed woman who wants to fucking lick my clit on a daily, turn around and say, oh, Laura CPS must be gassing her up. Really? Do you have proof of this, B-Fergs? And then Deets, I thought you were a little smarter. But you just ran with that too, Deets, didn't you? You sure as fuck did. You had no fucking problem just letting people, Laura CPS, blah, blah, blah. It was 4 fucking years ago. Have you seen the way the bitch fucking acts? Have you seen how she hasn't shut the fuck up in 4 years? So you want to call me Laura CPS from something I did almost 4 years ago? I will wear that fucking proudly. Okay? Because some of you have done far worse in a lot less time. So sit the fuck down. Only true pieces of shit like B-Fergs continue to go on and on and on and on and doesn't shut the fuck up about somebody who doesn't even speak of them. That's the sick part. That's why she belongs with fucking psychos like that are over there. People that fucking hold grudges for years when they use every fucking excuse in the world to hate on someone because they're that fucking miserable in their own life. You know, one thing I did have was I still had respect for Deets, Nunya, even Jonesin, not mentioning me. Okay, you want to part ways. You were a fake friend to begin with. I get it. Okay, I get it. You claim you weren't, but it was so fucking obvious you were. But regardless, okay, cool. No big deal. You don't talk about me. I don't talk about you. We parted ways. No big deal. And then what happens? The very first chance that you get, the very first fucking chance that you get to blame Laura, all because I had an opinion on something that had nothing to do with me. Imagine that. Imagine if I had a fucking opinion about somebody on this platform, even though I'm not involved in it. Imagine getting fucking blamed. Are you joking me? I am not allowed to have an opinion on anybody without getting a full on fucking blame for it. Wow. Just fucking wow. I am so amazed that I hold that much motherfucking power over these people, that me just giving an opinion, just a simple fucking opinion on something that I'm not even involved with, turns into, oh, it must be Laura's fault. It must be this. It must be that. How the fuck is it my fault? Because I gave an opinion. Imagine Queen's fucking demise, or I can't think of the right word. Give me something Queen Bee did. Hey, whistle down. I can't think of something Queen Bee did off the top of my head, which is scary. Okay, Brittany J. All right. Can you imagine that everybody blaming Jonesin for Brittany J and Queen Bee fighting? Okay? Imagine that. Imagine because Jonesin gave an opinion about it. Oh, you know what? It must be Jonesin's fault. That's it. It's totally Jonesin's fault because she gave an opinion on it. Chasing gives an opinion on the Sebastian Rogers stuff. All right? I'll just call it stuff. Can you imagine if she gets blamed for kidnapping Sebastian? How the fuck are you going to blame me for this MJ shit that went down with Zav Girl? And just because I had an opinion that didn't align with yours, then all of a sudden everything is my fault. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You better come at me with some fucking proof before you run to 200-300 people bashing me for something that I had nothing to do with. You fucking selfish bitch. Melissa Jade. And yes, I am very fucking pissed. Yeah, lawyers in Zav's ear was said over and over and over. I am not in Zav's ear. I have nothing to fucking do with any of it. Nothing. I like Melissa Jade. Zav Girl knows I like Melissa. How dare you fucking try to guess your audience up blaming me for something that has nothing to do with me? You fucking assholes. Oh, wait, but it's easy to just blame Laura. All because Laura just had an opinion. That's all I did was have an opinion. Because I understood, just like they're sticking up for their friend Melissa. Well, I was talking to Zav, who was hurt for numerous reasons, nothing to do with YouTube, and was having a bad day. And we started talking, and I wanted to make sure she was okay. And if you were in her live or saw her live, you would know what I'm talking about. And if you don't worry about it. But she was just having a bad night. And we had discussed it, and then we got on, talking about YouTube, and I knew where she stood on it. And where I knew where she stood, we had discussed it. So after she dropped this video, and with, her feelings about Melissa Jade, I happen to give an opinion on it. And I just said, very simple, that, hey, you know what? I know where Zav Girl's coming from. I like Melissa, but I know where Zav Girl's coming from. She's paying really good money for this. And Melissa, she feels that Melissa's, taking it too quickly or whatever I said. So that turned into, I must be gassing her anything to fucking blame Laura. Anything. These fucking sick heifers will use anything to just blame Laura. It's all Laura's fault. It must be Laura. I'm sorry. Can someone tell me the last time that I used Deets, Jonesin, Nunya, or any of them as a fucking excuse? Just let me know. Let me know when you guys gave an opinion on something and I did a live bashing the fuck out of you saying it was your fault. That would be a hard never. Never. Because I have a little more fucking class and respect than that. And I'm not one of these people that are going to fucking hate and hate and hate and hate. Exactly. Never. Because it doesn't fucking happen. I'm sorry if I don't fit into all of your low life fucking world. Sorry, I never will, don't want to, never have to, and yeah, there's that. These people fucking have nothing else to do but hate. That's all they fucking do. Hate, hate, hate. Again, all I did was give an opinion on the video that Zav Girl played. That's it. That's all I fucking did. And that caused, and again, I don't even follow Wade Wilson anymore. I don't go live about him. I don't do anything with Wade Wilson except listen to a couple lives here and there. That's it. That's all I do. Fucking ridiculous. But you know what? I don't even want to do that whistle down. I have to agree. I think MJ will be upset they were bringing this drama. There you go, Sammy Inc. And then they're like, I don't understand why. MJ doesn't even know we're doing this. Blah blah blah. She's given her credit. Okay, then this is between them. This has nothing to do with me. Why is my name being fucking dragged over and over and over and being blamed for shit that I have nothing to do with? Why? Because they're fucking losers. That's why. Who have nothing else to do but let's blame Laura. Let's just blame Laura for everything. And then they say it in their snide little comments. Lara, go fuck yourself, Deets, with your fake ass bullshit. You and your fucking HOA bullshit crew. I hope MJ does fucking get mad at them. Oh yeah, let's listen to b-fergs, the biggest fucking stalker I have besides the other one. And you would think if these people were even half as intelligent as they think they are, or as they portray they are, you would think they would have enough fucking common sense to know that b-fergs has been stalking Laura for fucking years, and she can't seem to shut the fuck up about her. So, yeah, b-fergs, maybe you shouldn't say that in my chat. Oh, but that's okay. It's okay to say Laura CPS. That's perfectly okay. You fucking fake ass heifers. Ugh. Shit pisses me off. This is pure anger. I am so fucking mad. Not here trying to impress anybody. I'm not here for numbers. I am fucking pissed. Because I am so sick and fucking tired of giving people credit who don't fucking deserve it. These fucking losers over there don't even know a state from a continent is trying to fucking act like they're holier than thou. Sit the fuck down. Yeah, they are all self-appointed moral authorities. And it's laughable. I fucking laughed at them. Exactly, Crystal. You got fucking that right. Joneson had no problem, Laura. One person left the Discord, canceled their membership to Joneson, and Joneson's flipped. She easily bought fake bitch real lifer. 100 fucking percent. 100%. Yeah, what happened to the HOA and their fake fucking meetings? And let me tell you something. Crystal warned me about Joneson. She warned me about fucking all of them. She wouldn't watch them. She is the one that told me they're all fucking fake ass bitches. And I'm like, no, give them a chance. Give them a chance. No, they're fake ass fucking bitches, Laura. You'll see. Sure enough, fake ass fucking bitches. Crystal was right all along. I mean, seriously, she doesn't even fucking know the difference between a continent and a fucking state. And you're going to act like you're holier than thou moral authority? Bitch, sit down. Fucking crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. It was way below the belt today. Fucking what did I have to do with any of it? I didn't have shit to do with it. Like I said, all I did was give a fucking opinion. That's it. That's all I did. A fucking opinion on something that was public. And they just had to fucking run with it. They had to fucking run their mouth. And it wasn't just one time they brought me up. They brought me up like fucking 7 times in like 20 minutes or something. And there's one thing that I hate to be fucking wrong. I'll admit when I am. But when it comes to like Patreons telling me, you should watch out for this one, I fucking hate when I'm wrong. And they know it. And then they laugh when they're right. But Crystal certainly saw these ones fucking coming from a mile away. And I should have fucking listened. Totally should have listened. Fucking assholes. And the worst part, they won't fucking apologize. Even tonight when Zav Girl mentions it, and I told her she didn't have to come on my live, but she's doing something. So she was like, I promise you, I will straighten it out on my live tonight, which I appreciate. But what the fuck? And then, exactly, Jones struck Crystal, Jones struck me, Jones struck who else? A lot of people. Like, get the fuck out of here. She sits up there and, striking is so wrong. And Jones is the first one like, oh, I totally, I strike people just to be a cunt because I'm a bitch like that. But that's perfectly okay. So if you don't like somebody, then it's a problem. But as long as you like someone, then striking is wrong, right? I mean, that's basically what the fuck they're saying. Allie, I completely agree with you. Completely agree. People who act like the shit don't stink are normally right bar stools. I had to. Someone said to me, get to Deets now. I said, why? What happened? And then I rewound a little. I'm listening. I hear Laura, and then b-fergs with running her fucking mouth. It must be tough having to say my name every motherfucking day of your life. My kids don't even say my name every day of their life, but b-fergs does. I'm sure she fucking talks to her husband. Oh, you know what happened with Laura today? If she's even married, she's probably fucking solo. Who knows? Fucking fake ass bitch. Jones struck crime sleuthing? No shit. She keeps coming up in my... I'm not sub to her. She keeps coming up. I'm like, look at crime sleuthing getting fucking in the algorithm. Glad she can. Even if you don't like crime sleuthing, Jones struck her and a video was 100% fair use. Jones is weak. Oh, but it's okay when it's Jones doing it. But God forbid, Zav Girl pays a lot of money for stuff and it's just asking for some mutual fucking respect. And then they're sitting over there lying. Like, that's the funniest part. They're fucking lying. Me too, Sammy. Thank you. I am shocked. But it goes back to, this is why I am a dick and need to start listening to my Patreons more. Like, no joke. I really do. I need to start listening to them more and realize they're not going to steer me wrong. Sometimes they're wrong. Like, there was a member last night. I'm going to make a joke out of this to the person that is, who told me, this is kind of funny, that Brittany admitted to eating her own toenails. And I was like, no way. She's like, yeah, I have the clip. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, give it to me. So she plays it. I mean, she sends it to me. And then I was like, no, she's talking about her regular nails, not her toenails. So she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, no, it's fine. Something like that. Yeah, I still want to hear it for myself. I get it. But that's not what happened here. That's not, Deets didn't say, well, we're not going to blame her. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. You know, we don't need to do the Laura CPS from somebody who can't keep her name out of our mouth. But more importantly, we're not going to bash her when there's no proof that she fucking did anything. That would be an intelligent person. But no, that's not how it went. Let's just blame Laura and say whatever the fuck we want because it's Laura. Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you and the horse that you rode in on. Fucking fake ass heifers. Yeah, they could have fucking asked me. I don't fucking bite. They could have fucking said, hey, you're getting the blame, something. You don't have to like someone to fucking respect the platform. Plain and simple. Like, I've reached out to Deets, not recently, but I reached out to Deets after all the shit went down and asked her something. I didn't need to make a live and fucking blame her for shit that had nothing to do with her. How come nobody's fucking pissed off at Jonesin for fucking striking everybody, for being a fucking petty ass bullshit? Exactly. That's how I saw it too. Almost as if they brought your name up, they would get back up. Yep, 100%. 100 fucking percent. And I hate saying it like that, Sammy, and I hate feeling like that, but that is exactly how I feel. I agree with you, Yarn. That's why I call them all fake ass friends. Because they're all fucking fake. And Deets once said to me, no, my friendship was real. No, it wasn't. Because a real friend doesn't fucking turn instantly. When you weren't even fucking here for it. You were never lied to about it. Like, sit the fuck down. I didn't even fucking know you then. But, yep, they got to put on an image. They're just so perfect. And I think, and that was the other thing. And this pissed me off. And it shouldn't piss me off because it wasn't me. But going back to loyalty for a minute, like, I had Zav's back when they all fucking turned. Ask Melissa Jade how she ran her mouth about what Zav girl did. But now she's going to take her material. Yeah, okay. But that's not my business. Another thing that's not my business that I'm going to fucking comment on is Deets and Nunya and this holier than thou. Well, I stopped watching her when she did, what she did, but now I'm watching her again. Okay, let me ask you a question, Deets. I seriously want an answer to this. You're saying that when she, with the whole shit, the misunderstanding with the Gannon stuff, okay? Misunderstanding, and that's all it was. But with the misunderstanding with the Gannon stuff, you were so horrified by her that you couldn't watch her anymore because you were just so horrified by her. And her goals, her morality didn't line up with yours. Okay, fine. Get it. But now she's doing documents that you're interested in. So now it's okay to watch her again. Her morality hasn't changed. Has yours? Her views hasn't changed. Has yours? Like, I don't understand how anything changed that, oh, well, I didn't like what she did, but now she has documents that I like. So, or that I want to see. So I'm giving her another chance. She didn't build over 100,000 subs dealing with petty fucking drama. The girl hates drama and she hates confrontation. Nobody was more shocked than I was that she made a video. Nobody was more shocked than I was because I did not expect that at all. Muffin Mouse better not be in here. Muffin Mouse is in here. They can leave. They can go hang out with fucking b-fergs. I can't see Muffin Mouse, but yeah, mods, you can get rid of them. So thank you for saying hi to them, Sammy. um, and like then they were comparing what I did with they were comparing what I did with phone calls from prison. But again, they don't know if I contacted phone calls from prison. They don't know if I have a deal with them. They don't know if I fucking spoke to them privately. They have no fucking idea. But they're just gonna run with whatever they want to run with. And or if I bothered to ask her, hey, do you mind if I do Lilani calls, right after you post them or whatever? Whatever. They don't know if I spoke to her. They don't know if I worked out a deal. They don't even know if I fucking paid her behind the scenes for those calls. Who knows? But it's none of their fucking business. But they had an opinion on it. But their opinion was an accusation. That's the difference. I didn't accuse Melissa Jade of anything. I gave an opinion. I didn't accuse. You fucking accused me. You and your fucking loser ass crew over there who again doesn't know a fucking state from a continent, but wants to be this holier than thou, I'm so fucking great personality. Fuck that. And that's the other thing. And again, this is my opinion. I'm allowed to give an opinion. When they're talking about comparing, everyone's a channel holder, everyone's this, everyone's that. That's an opinion, okay? No, I didn't say her name. I purposely didn't say her name, Amber. Even when people said to me, are you talking about Melissa Jade? I'm not saying a word. That is exactly what I said. But one thing I learned around here, literally what I learned around here, is staying quiet and ignoring doesn't get anywhere. It just doesn't. That's the one thing that I listened to my Patreons on, and I shouldn't have. I should have fucking addressed every one of these assholes as it was happening. And I didn't. Everyone said, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. And I did. I ignored it. And I only, spoke up when needed. But I should have fucking addressed these assholes every single time they pulled this shit. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't listen to the Patreons on the stuff I should have, and I did listen to them on stuff I shouldn't have. No, it's not Amber. This goes way back. I'm going back to like Tinker, Gravy. All it's like ignore. Gravy girls always told me ignore. But they were trying to compare, and they were trying to use me hey, Aslan, they were trying to use me as the scapegoat in saying, well, Laura plays news clips, Laura plays this, and just totally aiming towards my name and using me as their scapegoat. Again, I had nothing to do with the whole situation. And Zavgor will tell you that out of her own fucking mouth. So I really hope that I get this same energy with a fucking apology that will be owed to me. No, not you, Sly. Many others before you, Amber, before all you guys were even here. Like, that's what I'm saying. Going back to like 2019, it was ignore. Let people say what they want. Ask Gravy. She'll tell you. No, just ignore it. Don't bother. Don't bother responding. It's not worth it. She still tells me that. Can't do the drama. But it seems to be the way to be around here. Yep. Exactly, Sammy. To blame me. They're blaming me for Zavgirl talking about copyright striking MJ, and it's my fault, and I'm gassing her up, and I'm doing this, and Laura does this, and Laura does that. So instead of looking at Zav and MJ and let them handle it, Deets decides to go live and just blame Laura. That's what they're using me as a scapegoat for. Yeah, and I don't know MJ personally, but I do know Zav Girl hates drama. She hates confrontation and she hates drama. And she hates controversy. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with this situation at all. But because I gave an opinion after Zav dropped this video, all of a sudden, Deets got a clip and it's all my fault. And I shouldn't say anything and blah, blah, blah. Oh, and let me also straighten out something she said. And I stand by this. Okay, so I have 150 people in here. Do you see me getting super chats? Do you see me getting memberships? When I play Lilani's call, am I making 11,000 views? No. Am I making money on this call? No. Couple of cents here and there. I do it because I like doing it. I like doing it for my own head. Like, I like listening to it. Wait till you guys hear this fucking Lilani call. But I like fucking hearing it. And I like talking to people that support me. And I like talking to you guys. And I like interacting with you guys. And I'm not doing it to make millions of dollars. So when I play a call or when I play something, I'm not making more money than the person who's fucking paying for it. If I was, that might be a problem. If I'm, and this is a personal opinion, but if I'm pulling in more views and money than the person that's actually paying for it, that's a problem. And if people can't see that's a problem, I don't know what to tell you, but that's an issue. That's all I was trying to say. So yeah, it does make a difference if crime sleuthing, who let's say gets 20 people in her live. I'm not saying she does. I'm just using it as an example. If the crime sleuthing gets 20 people in her live, I'm not gonna fucking and let's say that same live, I made $100 in super chats and had 400 people in here. All right. And she goes live with my material and gets 20 people. Why the fuck would I strike her? Like, seriously, why would I strike her? I wouldn't. But if she's pulling in 2,000 views and I only have a couple of hundred and I paid for that and she's making more money and not views, but she's making more money than I am on my own fucking material that I paid for, that's a problem. And if you can't see that's a problem, then why don't you tell your buddy Jonesin to stop fucking striking people because she's a bitch like that? I mean, I don't understand how these people have the fucking audacity to sit there and say anything about what Zav Girl said while Jonesin sits up there fucking striking people because she's a bitch. Like, what the fuck? Why don't you clean your own fucking backyard before you start yelling at everyone else or start with your holier than thou against everyone else? Fucking ridiculous. It is rude. But that's just how I feel on the subject. I am, despite the HOA, I am allowed to feel something. I am allowed to have a fucking opinion on something without being the cause of the problem. But for some reason, I'm not granted that fucking, what's the word? I'm not granted that. I'm not granted the fucking pleasure of having an opinion without being blamed for everything. And that's bullshit. Striking keeps her busy. She can't pull more FOIA. It's a hard life, but a real lifer. That's true, too. That's what I'm saying. Clean up your own fucking backyard. All I hear every fucking day is, well, what you did was so wrong, but who the fuck are you to decide what's right and what's wrong? That's a personal decision. Stop fucking, you don't want your opinions. You think your opinions hold so much fucking weight, but I'm sorry. Why don't you think other people's opinions matter too? Let me get straight. Zap Girl's not phone calls, documents. Hey, Kaz, documents. Zap Girl is ordered. Honestly, I don't even know why she paid for them. But Zap Girl keeps in contact with this Lee County and keeps getting these stupid ass documents like Wade Wilson's phone logs. But that's another thing. And this I do know because I was in the live. So this is what Zap Girl did. I think she's fucking crazy, and I've told her that, but, so Zap Girl ordered, like, I guess it was, Wade Wilson's phone records or something, like every call that he ever made. So she's showing them, and someone in the chat had asked her, oh, why are you like, how do you know whose number that is? So Zap Girl says, because I looked them up. Zap Girl sat there and looked up every single phone number to see who it matched to. That's fucking time consuming. I couldn't believe she did it. I'm saying to myself, you are fucking out of your mind, woman. But she literally sat there and went through every phone number because it doesn't show a name or anything. So someone in chat had asked her, how do you know whose phone number it is? And she legit went through every single phone number, looked it up online to see who it belonged to, and she matched it up. So when she said he spoke to Kelly for 10 minutes and he spoke to Ari for 15 minutes and he spoke to, so-and-so then he called Jesse for 2 minutes. She literally fucking looked all that up. Okay. That's crazy, but she did it. And the next night, maybe even the same night, I don't remember, but the next night or later on the night, I don't remember, Melissa she came up in my newsfeed because I think someone bought me a membership, but it came up in my newsfeed and the title was something along the lines of who did Wade call, blah, blah, blah. And from the title, it was obvious that it was Zap Girl's stuff. Now, again, I didn't watch the live, so I don't know anything about it. I'm just going on a title. And I laughed to myself. Now, I think that that's what Zap Girl was talking about, but I don't know. I know nothing about the situation other than what you guys know. What was on Zap Girl's live? I mean, what was on Zap Girl's video? But I happened to be in her live when that happened. So when I, heard that she did all that. So if Melissa took that and used the names and everything, that's what Zap Girl's mad at. Now, again, I don't know for sure. I have not pinpointed the situation. I'm only guessing. But being that she made the video yesterday, and I think this happened like 2 days ago, that's what I'm assuming it's from. And I would be just as fucking pissed. And if people can't understand that, well, I'm sorry, but I've seen your people strike for a hell of a lot less than if I spend hours upon hours fucking researching something. And then a few hours later, 24 hours later, whatever, you fucking take it with all my info. If that's what Melissa did, I don't know. And again, I say that with an if. I'm assuming based on timing. But it had nothing to do with me. I know nothing about it. I don't even know what caused her to finally make the video because I didn't think she was going to because I know she hates confrontation. But one person it had nothing to do with was me. No, not me. Oh, I've been struck before. Lots of people around here fucking strike. And then you have Deets sitting there, and I couldn't believe she said this. She's like, if everybody struck each other, well, fix your own fucking backyard, girl. because your fucking girl Jonesing over there strikes every chance she gets. When she don't like someone, she's gonna be a bitch like that. The fuck? So, again, fix your own backyard before you start pointing fucking fingers. But again, truth it out, I don't know. I shouldn't have been blamed for any of it, but I was. And I get what you're saying, but I don't know. The bottom line is, the shit had nothing to do with me. But you got fucking Deets over there running her mouth. Laura. It's not the point of the MJ Zav girl. I'm not Zav girl. I'm not MJ. It has nothing to do with me. Hang on one second. My whole point was it has nothing to do with me. But the HOA crew over there made it about me. And then you have B-Fergs, the fucking obsessed stalker, who made it about me. And then it became a Laura bash session for something that didn't have anything to do with me in the fucking first place. And that's where my issue lies. All I did was give an opinion. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's exactly what I mean, Amber. Clean up your own backyard before you're bitching or even comparing. How they can compare using a news station or something for Georgia, then get the fuck out of here. I don't know what to tell you. All right, I'll make it easy for you, Georgia. Bye-bye. Now you don't have to worry about what I'm so mad at because you don't have to watch it. Have a good day. That's the problem, though, with reading chat. That is totally the problem in reading chat. Is that I try to interact and you always have one fucking asshole who's got to entice you when you're fucking mad. Well, you can go because I don't need to put up with it. As Melanie Little said, you're not going to come in my fucking house and troll me or be an asshole. No, you could take your fucking miserable ass elsewhere because I'm not going to put up with it. This is my motherfucking house. And if you don't like it, bye. Plain and simple. Yeah, I'm not allowed to show any emotion. I'm not allowed to get mad. I'm not allowed to anything. Exactly, Lana. I'm just so sick and tired of the petty fucking... ugh. And I probably wouldn't be so mad if this hadn't happened for years already. But it's always blame Laura. It's always somehow my fault, even if I'm not involved. And it's such bullshit. She does shut it right down. I heard her so mad one day. I was like, look at you go, girl. I forgot exactly how she said it. But she was like, you are not going to come in my motherfucking house and run your mouth like that. Oh, hell no. Shouldn't say it quite like that, but it was great. I was like, I got to get her saying it and then like record it. There were so many topics that I wanted to talk about, and then I just got sidetracked. But the whole Blake Lively situation, I'm totally enthralled with because I love the movie. Fucking the Delphi situation, another call from Lilani, tons of stuff. And what did I have to go live about? These fucking heifers over there who can't keep my name out of their fucking mouth and blame me because Melissa's their friend. And we're just going to go live and use Laura's name and blame Laura for everything because it's all Laura's fault. because Laura's not allowed an opinion. And Zav Girl's not allowed to have an opinion on her stuff that she pays for. But Jones Inc. can strike whoever she wants just to be a bitch. Yeah, okay. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, now that I feel better, you think they'll apologize? Nah, they won't apologize. Oh, you don't know what's going on with Blake Lively and fucking what's his name? There's hot drama lawsuits everywhere. Could be the end of their careers. You don't know the background? It Ends With Us. And it was such a good movie. I recommended it to you guys. All right. Yep. All right. So here's the background. You want the background? 2019, Justin Baldoni secured the rights to develop Colleen Hoover's book, It Ends With Us, as a film, and he was going to direct it. There was silence about the film until January of 2023, when it was announced that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were going to play the lead characters, and they were so good together. Immediately, people were upset over Blake's casting, as Lily was in her early 20s in the book, but Blake was in her mid-30s. Justin's casting widely accepted, and it came out that Justin had initially declined playing Ryle as he felt the character was too dark, and took Colleen essentially begging him to play Ryle, that he agreed to do so. Colleen defended Blake's casting at the time and said Blake was her dream Lily. Colleen also said that she had originally wanted the character to be older in the books, but only aged them due because she felt that the book wouldn't be published if they were younger. So pictures of them filming surfaced, and again, Blake and the film review, a lot of criticism, as the fans of the book felt that Blake's wardrobe was like super frumpy and not what they had felt Lily would wear. The writer of the book, Colleen, also defended Blake during this, stating that, hold on, I have all these notes, stating that pictures of them, hold on. Oh, that she doesn't remember describing Lily's outfits, and that she doesn't care what they're wearing. So not much happened until late July, August last year of 2024, during a promotional run for It Ends With Us, started happening. Someone on TikTok noticed that nobody from the film was following Baldoni except for Hasan, and speculated that drama had happened between the cast, and the two leads didn't interact much during the promo. A quick statement by Baldoni was given to explain why he wasn't heavily involved compared to Blake. This isn't my night. This is a night for all the women who we made this movie for, he said. This is a night for Blake. This is a night for Colleen. I'm just so grateful that we're here 5 years in the making. However, Jenny Slate gave an interview where she sidestepped a question asking her directly about Baldoni that made people think something more was at hand and Baldoni was the problem. From there, it exploded and information came out everywhere at once. And people were combing through interviews of the promo tour and searching for anything to explain the drama. People started blaming Baldoni, saying that he was the problem with the film because everyone else was following Blake. But others were claiming that Blake was the problem and that she was making a film about domestic abuse, about her alcohol line and fun clothes, saying that she was trying to have her Barbie moment, and Baldoni was the one who kept addressing domestic violence in his interviews. So clearly he's the good guy. It was pretty much 3 straight weeks of back and forth in the papers of trying to figure out who was to blame for the drama. Old interviews surfaced, new articles were reported. One day it was reported that Baldoni had shamed Blake's weight so that he was the bad guy. Then the next day it was reported that the weight shaming was actually because Baldoni had a bad back and needed to know how much Lively weighed so he wouldn't hurt himself. The drama eventually died down, and the consensus was that Blake was the problem and had tried to smear Justin in the media, but failed. Only now it's been revealed that Blake is alleging that, among other things, she was sexually harassed by Justin on the set and is suing him. And the production company, she says that they launched a smear campaign against her and try and cover up the harassment. The New York Times article goes more in depth in this. Meanwhile, now Baldoni is saying that Blake is making all this up and lying about sexual harassment, everything that happened on set to try to restore his reputation. So he's now suing her for like $400 million, like literally. And now he's countersuing, and he's also suing the New York Times for the article that they published. So that's the backstory on what is going on between them. And it is crazy. I was going to do a whole live about it. It's crazy. So he's now saying that there is, defamation, and it was supposed to have someone on set. And I was talking to Sage about it this morning. I think that she fell for him. I do. And Sage said there's stuff on TikTok, like people have scouted interviews and stuff that show that, there's scenes between them that it does seem racy. So I do think that she fell for him. She didn't know how to act because she is married to Ryan. And then like they changed the Tyler Swift is involved because Tyler Swift is really good friends with Tyler Swift is very good friends with Blake and her husband, and Deadpool and Taylor Swift are two of the most influential people in entertainment. And yeah, it's bad. It's like big. I was like, I'm going to become a pop culture channel and talk about this. It's fucking crazy. Christine Randall did one today that I saw, did a video today. She's been covering it too. But she was just basically reiterating what I just said. But yeah, it's crazy. But she's been covering it for like a couple of weeks. I just found out about it yesterday. And the only reason I found out about it was watching Long Crime. Long Crime actually covered it. I was like, oh, this is what everyone's talking about. Yeah, it's fucking insane. And it was such a good movie. Like, they had such good chemistry between them. I cannot believe that this is happening. Like, it was such a good movie. And yeah. Like, there was one part, I got this on Long Crime. There was one part where he was saying how he what was it that he had told her there would be like a you go to a doctor, there's always a nurse like in the room with him, so you're not like with the doctor alone. I forgot what this person's called, but like if you're gonna do a sex scene, there's somebody on the set. I forgot what the official title. So they were going to have, like, he had said as a director, we'll have someone on set. And she was like, no, I don't need anyone. Or Ryan said they don't need anyone. And so he didn't get anyone. And there's a specific title for it. I forgot what it was. And he said that he proved that there was. And she's saying, oh, there wasn't. And that's why she didn't want to do it. And you could tell in the scene she was uncomfortable. And the wildest part about all of this is during the premiere, he had to be in the basement. Like, it was his fucking movie. They wouldn't allow him to be sitting with everybody else. So that kind of makes it look like he's guilty. So that's why he completely, like, I'm suing you now. If I had a guess, intimacy coach. Thank you, Gina. That's what, yeah, the official title, an intimacy coach. But I'm sorry, I don't think that he's guilty. I just don't. I know it sounds crazy, but I just don't. I don't get the feeling that he would throw away his whole fucking career for sexual harassment of a married woman. Like, it's not like she's single. She's fucking married. And if the sexual harassment was that bad, why didn't you leave in the first place? Like, why didn't you just quit? It's not like you need the money. Your husband's fucking loaded. You're loaded. So you can walk away from a contract if you was sexually harassed. So I don't buy her story. I just don't. And I didn't really even know who he was prior. I mean, I knew the name, but I didn't like know him. But it was such a movie. It was such a good movie. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. But I'm like enthralled by it. I'm like trying to watch everything I can about it. I'm telling you, I think that she fell for him. I do. I think she liked him. And this was her way. Maybe she saw the chemistry on camera. Maybe she realized that she kind of felt something for him. So this is her snapback. But I'm just not buying that he did anything. I think Blake Lively's a brat after seeing. She's an actress who's married to Ryan Reynolds, whatever his name is, Deadpool guy. Yeah, I heard about that. I think Law and Crime showed that, or Christine Randall showed it. One of them, not Christine Randall. Yeah, Christine Randall. But I'm sure all the pop culture people have it, like have videos on it. Like I said, I just learned about it yesterday from Law and Crime. I was like, this is what everyone's talking about. But yeah, if you watch the movie, it's a great movie. Like, I really enjoyed it. It's on Netflix, I believe. So Dayton told me on the way to driving him to work that Trump changed the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Did anyone else know this? I just learned this. I was like, Dayton, what are you talking about? He's like, Ma, Trump changed the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. I said, what? And then he showed me on Google. Yeah, he really did. I had no idea. You guys all knew that? I didn't know that. I didn't even know you could do that. I was like, so he could like change New York to like Trump state? He's like, yeah, he can do whatever he wants. He's a president. I said, yeah, but it's not that simple. That's so weird though. Like, why? See, Ilana, don't feel dumb. I didn't know either. I think the movie made around 350 million. I wouldn't doubt it. That's so weird. AP says it will use Mount McKinley, but not Gulf of America. Interior Departments of Gulf of Mexico is now Gulf of America. Yeah, I did it 22 hours ago. U.S. Coast Guard starts using Gulf of America. The Gulf is bordered by the United States to the north, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Yeah, but that's not Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, I guess it is. That's so weird. That's what I'm saying, but he did change it. I know, right? Truth it out. I didn't even think of that. All the maps and books and everything. I never even thought of that. No one rushed the Capitol except Pelosi. I'm out, Laura? What do you mean? Oh, he said no one rushed the Capitol? That's not true. He's trolling people with Canada. He obviously doesn't have that power. Nah, he doesn't have that power. Mexico said they're going to name it the Gulf of Biden. That's so weird, though. Like, it's just something that is. It's kind of stupid. I like that's like petty though. It's just petty bullshit. Like it's always been the Gulf of Mexico from the beginning of time. Exactly. Truth it out. That's my point. Of all the things he could have done for the people, he chose to rename a Gulf. Like that's just petty. It shouldn't have been. Wait, it should have or shouldn't have? You mean it should have been Gulf of America in the first place? Exactly. It's working on housing, inflation, food, all that stuff. Price of eggs. Someone on Facebook posted price of eggs. I don't know where they were, but it was like $8 a dozen. I'm like, holy shit, never. It's like 4 and change here, and even that's a lot. That's crazy though. Does he realize you're gonna have to change all maps? So like that's insane. Monster Hideout, that's awesome. All right. So you guys want to hear before I get off, now that I feel a lot better, you want to hear Lilani's call? It's fucking hysterical. This woman lives in La La Land. I heard it's only 15 minutes. I heard it this morning. I was like, oh my lordy. What is wrong with this girl? All right, hold on. So I walked yesterday, by the way, did an hour. I mean, not an hour, did a mile, and then I froze to death. So if anybody wants to walk with me, uh, Sweet Misery, Amber, we downloaded this app called Walk With Me, and it tracks everything. I told Sweet Misery I'll go every day as long as it gets warmer out. But I'll post on my timeline when we go, and then you guys can all post your, things. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Phone calls from prison. All right. Like I said, it's only a 15-minute call. Boop. Oh no. I'm sorry, criminal men.
Hey, lady, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Not bad, not bad. I'm at work, but that's okay. Uh, tomorrow's the big day, huh?
Yeah, got a lot going on. I'm ready to get it over with at this point.
You're right. Yeah, yeah. Well, just remember, I mean, if something bad happens, there's always, you know what I mean. I'll get with your mom, you know what I mean, and we can get with I think there's a project called the Innocence Project. You know what I mean, that we can get in touch with. I know they do a lot of cases down in Georgia.
I think we should write her and give her Ari's phone number. I think she'd be perfect with Ari. Like, what the fuck is the Innocent Project gonna do?
We kind of looked into it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, I also know that they say I got a strong appeal, so.
Right. Yeah. Well, I watched all the trials, and yeah, I don't see how that jury found you guilty with the malice. You know what I mean? There's no. I mean, yeah. But anyway, how have you been?
Okay, now I don't remember her trial. So if anybody watched it, what I know she was charged on all counts, but what was the malice charge that they're talking about? That she was charged with malice murder when there was no proof of that? Anyone that watched a trial, let me know.
Other than being in near isolation for almost 2 years, I'm all right.
Have they kept you in isolation? You've been like by yourself?
I'm a high profile.
Oh my gosh!
So they have me. There's only one other high profile PC. We're in separate cells. We're allowed to come out separately for like an hour and a half each day.
Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry.
Other than that, it's been. That's why I say near isolation.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Yes, that alone. I spent 3 months in the hole one time. Not just recently, but like back in 2001 when I went to prison. I went to prison for 4 years back in 2001, and they kept me in the hole for 3 months, and it drove me nuts. I was like, man, I don't know how you guys do it. You know what I mean? For years at a time.
Yeah, no, like I have nothing to do. Like we have no TV back here. I can't have phone necessary. We can't even order radios. We have to pay on the tablet to use.
Man, I wish I'd have known that. I would have got you. Yeah, I would have. You know what I mean? You can't even order commissary?
I can order hygiene and clothes and like pins.
Oh my gosh! If I'd have known that, I would have sent you because I got an option on to set you up with a tablet subscription.
Okay, so here's my question though. So they kind of have a point though, because they never were able to prove how he was murdered or if he was murdered. They couldn't prove that, right? They could only prove that she dumped him in the oil well, I think Chris Watts, in the dumpster because a car was there. But they couldn't prove how he was murdered, if he was murdered, right? If I'm gathering correctly.
Or something it said. If I'd have known that, I would have did that.
Yeah, it's a gold pass thing or whatever. We can use the tablet for free 15 minutes when we first get it out. Other than that, it's like $1 for every hour.
Yeah, well, I would have, you know what I mean?
Because that's what I remember, Truth It Out. I don't, without a cause of death, like, we don't know if he got a hold of drugs and ate them. I mean, that would still be your fault, but it wouldn't be malice. And if you can't prove how he died, you can't prove it was malice. So they kind of have a point there.
Yeah, I was thinking that you could get commissary. That's why I sent you some money. You know what I mean? Cash. Thinking that you could get you some.
I can get clothes. I just can't get
food. Right. Yeah, and that's what a person wants in there. How do they feed you in there? Is it junk? I bet it's garbage.
Well, the food, actually, last night we had chicken, and chicken's the only good thing that they have here. But
yeah,
the officers treat me pretty good, actually.
Good deal. That's good.
Okay, so you've been in the system. Obviously, you dealt with
yes.
So I have a question for you.
All right, what's up? I'll have an answer for you.
Do you think it's weird for a DA to offer a plea after he already won?
To offer you a plea after you already won?
Mm-hmm.
He already put. Yeah, that is very weird. If you accept a plea deal, you're giving up your right to an appeal.
Thank you. See, that's where my mind went to, and I'm thinking that after whatever juror, I know it was the 4-person, did an interview with WTOC. That's when the plea deal came afterwards. I'm guessing whatever.
Well, I'm telling you, what did she say?
She was talking about the deliberation, how they were trying to figure out how it was innocent, how certain things were worded that made it very hard to give an innocent verdict, all types of stuff that originally it was.
Yeah, you got to go. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I watched the entire, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry, I watched the entire thing. I mean, I spent hours on YouTube watching your entire, you know what I mean? And you've got definitely a good appeal. I mean, there's no way they should have found you. I mean, definitely alone. I mean, the whole. I don't. I mean, I ain't gonna say appeal on all of them. I don't want to get your hopes up, but that malice charge.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. That they offered her 30 plus parole after 30 years to take a plea deal after sentencing. To me, they're worried that she's gonna win on appeal. I mean, that's the only reason I could see them doing a plea deal after the trial, because that's not normal.
There is no way that jury should have came back with a guilty verdict on malice. Malice, you got to prove first off that there was a murder.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And they couldn't, and they never even proved. Yes, they didn't even prove that. Never, not once. So I thought, that's why I even told your mom. I was like, well, you know what I mean? As soon as the verdict's back, and she was like, the verdict's already. I was like, oh my gosh, how did you know what I mean? There's no way. So that's definitely going to get beat. But
yeah.
when I say that,
my attorney said that it was probably going to be the first 3 charges will at least definitely be overturned. He said the 4th is a possibility and the 5th is a possibility.
All right. Well, like I said, don't get your hopes up. And I'm sure he's told you, and I'm sure you know, it takes time. I mean, it's not going to be, you know what I mean, you go do another year and you're done. I mean, it does take time. I mean, unfortunately.
Yeah, he said that it'd be at least, he said it'd be at least 9 to 12 months for it to be, the appeal to be heard. He said at most a year and a half. He said, so he said, be prepared to do another year and a half. I was like, okay. All
right. Yeah, I just didn't want you to have your, I mean, because I you know what I mean, you're young and everybody likes to think that the system's, you know, not broken, but the system is broken, man. And to be honest with you, I've known a few people that were innocent, and the system's even broker for innocent people. You know what I mean? I hate to say, and I'm not trying to be a bearer of bad news. I just want you to, you know what I mean, to know, you know what I mean, it's still a long haul.
Oh, yeah, I know it is. I'm just ready for this part to start. But like I said, I found that very odd that he would make a...
Yes, that is very odd. And he did it because then you're giving up your right to an appeal.
Which
and don't do it. Don't accept it.
I'm not.
I mean,
because like
not
all
unless
he's offering,
yeah, that's what I said. Not unless he's offering you something sweet. He's offering you what?
30 with parole. But here's the thing: with my charges in the state of Georgia, I would be eligible, yes, but I would never be granted it.
Hang on. He offered you what?
30 with parole. That's 30 is life.
30. Oh, 30. Yeah. Okay. So 30. So you're still getting life with the possibility of parole. Yeah. No way.
I wouldn't even get parole to begin with if I pleaded guilty to those charges.
Yeah. No. Then you're dependent on the parole. No. You've got an excellent appeal case, man. I mean, and I wouldn't say that if it wasn't so. I'm not. You know what I mean? I would be perfectly blunt with you. I watched the entire trial, and there is no way.
This is not. I even did research, and I was like, well, on Law Library, it says that for my situation, it would be, in legal terms, the verdict is against the weight of the evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They never.
In that respect, I don't agree with. I do totally agree with her. They don't even know how he died. You can't charge her with malice murder when they don't even know how he died. They can charge her with malice abuse of a corpse, but like I said, he could have eaten drugs and died, and she freaked out because she was high. I don't see how they could charge her with malice murder, and that's the heaviest charge.
Never even proved. First off, the malice one definitely is getting overturned because, like I said, they never even proved there was a murder.
So that means, you know what I mean? Since they never proved that, then there's 1, 2, and 3 should be gone out the window.
I can't remember all the situation, but I know the malice when there's no way. I even told my buddy, you know what I mean, because I kind of missed it, you know what I mean, because I was kind of like stressed out for you. So I told one of my buddies about it, and I was like, well, on a good note, they're not going to get her for malice, you know what I mean?
They have me for malice and then felony first degree and felony second degree. But since they didn't,
and how did they? And they never even proved there was a murder. I mean, so if they wanted to get you for
exactly, so how could those first 3 charges be?
They're going to have to be overturned. I mean, if you take that before the Supreme Court, they're going to have to overturn that.
And then when it comes to the 4th charge, here's the thing: they never proved the time. So if y'all didn't prove a time, and Daniel claimed that he saw my kid after that time, how can y'all say for a fact, without reasonable doubt, that what the state said is how it happened?
You can't. You got shafted. I mean, I'm not. You know what I mean?
They railroaded me.
Yes, they did. I agree. Like I said, I watched the whole.
Okay, Lilani, the only victim in this is your son. You're not a victim. Okay, so they got a charge wrong, but you still belong to be in jail. Like, you're definitely not a victim here.
Was whole thing. I agree, 100%.
Yeah, and I was even telling my attorneys, I was like, do you know how many days I was awake that week? I said, I don't even think I lied to them. I think I was just getting a whole bunch of days mixed up that week, and it was just really confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, when you get high, and I was like, I asked them, I said, did you ever do drugs? They said, no.
Right.
I said, I was on stimulants. Like, it kept me awake for days.
Yeah. Right.
I said, all days when you're awake like that start to kind of roll into one.
Time just runs together. Yeah.
And you know what I'm kind of surprised about? That nobody she talks to asks her, so what actually happened? Like, not her mom, not this guy, not the last guy. That would be okay. If you didn't kill him, then what the fuck happened? Nobody's asked her. Nobody's asked her to take accountability.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I was on weed, whatever hell else. I don't think.
Right. Anything you could find. Right. Yeah. And that's the same too.
It is.
Yeah.
But that was the case at the time. So I was like, I don't think I lied to them. I think I was getting confused and then twisted, and they just played on that.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I mean, you got shafted. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm glad you're keeping your head about you. I was worried about you at first. You know what I mean? Being stuck in your head, and you know what I mean, thinking silly thoughts.
I do get stuck in my head, and then I try to pull myself out of it because I mean, like,
yeah.
I control that, but I can control myself. So
exactly. Yes.
I'm gonna get a new appeal attorney, and I have a feeling, God be willing, that when this appeal comes, I might only have to do another year or two afterwards in order for the false statement charges.
Yeah, the false statement charges and wasn't there a couple others too that, you know what I mean? And I mean,
they were all false statements.
Case,
there was 14 false statements.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of that
was there disposing of a body or something too? Was that one of them?
It was concealing the death of another. That's the one that I said that they said that I did this
at
such time.
Yeah, that might stick. Yeah.
Well, I don't think
that could be. And in my opinion, the false testimonies and that one right there are the only ones that they really got against you. The state even halfway proved. You know what I mean? And they didn't even prove it. But that's the only thing. Any logical jury. That's the only ones that any logical jury, if they went in there with the, you know what I mean, with the proper mindset and everything else, that's the only one they could have found you guilty on.
Yeah, and that's what got me though, because even then, there's no time of death, and there was conflicting evidence about him being seen at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. They said it was 1 a.m. So if that's the case, if it happened at 1 a.m., why would somebody say they saw him at 3 and at 6?
Right. Yeah. It's that's. Well, I mean, but the bottom line is they did prove that the body was disposed of. You know what I mean? And they kind of proved that it was your car there and they never proved that it was that dumpster that, you know what I mean? That dumpster that was, you know what I mean, where the baby.
Because my attorney said that they didn't cut off the landfill until 2 days after the report.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's all kinds of reasonable doubt there, and that's what the jury just didn't keep in mind was the reasonable doubt.
Exactly. And
you know what I mean? They did not.
He said there was so much reasonable doubt and conflicting evidence when it came to Daniel that those first 4 charges it should not have been.
I thought your attorney did a great job. I really did. I mean, he was short and sweet with all the, you know what I mean? And yeah, I thought he did a great job. I just knew. I mean, if I was on that jury, all biasness aside, but you know what I mean, aside, I would have went with not guilty. I mean, there's no, you know what I mean? Yeah. That did not prove nothing.
Yeah, there's reasonable doubt for like all of it. So like
all of it, except for the false, you know what I mean? Maybe the, you know what I mean, the conflicting stories that you gave, which whatever, you know what I mean? So go do your little year or two for that, whatever, you know what I mean?
Right. And the thing is that some of those wasn't even conflicting. I just withheld what drugs I was on for as long as I could.
Right. Yeah.
Because I have a Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate myself. You think I'm gonna sit there and tell the FBI? Well, I went up the road, grabbed some.
Right. Yeah. And that's all. Yeah. But bottom line is, you did lie to them, and so what? Okay, so you got me on that, whatever. But yeah, I mean, now my question is, and what I don't know is, when you appeal it, do you have to take it before a jury again, or can you take it before a judge?
Let me just say, I think it is absolutely mind-blowing that someone who spent 4 years in prison doesn't know how an appeal works. There is no jury. There is no everything they're going to talk about right now, I'll explain after, is completely false.
And if you do have the option,
I think I can choose.
that, so see, what option do you go with?
And that's what I'm not sure about. Because, I mean, if I was in front of the judge would have to admit that she did something wrong.
Well, I think it would go in front of a whole different judge. I don't think it would go in front of the same judge. I think.
Okay, in a nutshell, let me explain how appeals work. There is no jury, there is no judge, there's an appeal board. And your lawyer gets a transcript of the trial, tries to find errors in the courts, try to find any errors that the jury made, if there was any kind of errors that the judge made, any kind of legal standing errors is the only thing an appeal board does. They do not change verdicts. They do not change. It's just a matter if there was trial bias. Yeah, it has to be in the court record. There's no new evidence shown. That's a whole nother motion. But a lot of people have this misconception that an appeal, we're going to win an appeal and the lawyer's going to say that this was wrong and that was wrong. It does not work like that. I know everyone would love to think like that. The only thing an appeal does is see if there was judicial bias, if there was an error in the court, there was an error in judgment. They can overturn a verdict and then you may get a new trial, but they're not going to say, okay, there's no malice here. They just don't do that. There has to be an error in the court or judicial bias. So they're both way wrong on that. Stop.
If you appeal it, I think it goes, I don't know.
An appellate
or
judge?
does it, an appellate judge, or do you take it all the way to the Supreme Court? I don't know how that, maybe Supreme Court's after you appeal and then you take it to the Supreme Court. I'm not real clear on all that.
I'm not sure on it either, but I think I'll get those answers when I get my appellant attorney. And my attorney
so your same attorney, that's what I should say, your same attorney can appeal it?
He could, but most attorneys don't do their own appeals because another attorney might see where that attorney went wrong.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Now, hey, was that a court-appointed attorney or was that a paid attorney?
Okay, so that's like an in-between. He's not a public defender, but he had.
Okay, so he has some pro bono
remaining.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, gotcha. Because he did a really good job.
Yeah, but he had a contract with the state which allowed him to be appointed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, it's fixing to cut us off. Thank you so much for calling, and you're in my prayers. Keep your head up, and as soon as you get a chance, get your Bible and get your nose in that Bible. It's life-changing.
I'm holding my Bible right now.
It is so life-changing, Lilani. I don't know if you remember, I was a non-believer. I was a pagan. I am now a Christian, and my life is so much full of joy and peace, and I'm free of drugs, finally, and alcohol and everything.
Yeah,
I love you, kid. Awesome. I love you, and thank you for calling, and I'm praying for you, and if you get a chance, call me again anytime.
All right, I will.
Okay, and keep my number, and let me know where you end up.
I got you.
All right, and if nothing else, if you don't read my number, let them on.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got the number written in my Bible, and I can take the Bible with me.
All right, cool beans. I was going to say this, because if not, make sure your mom knows where I know where you're at.
All right,
as soon as you hit a yard, I'll make sure. All right, I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you.
And that was Lilani's latest call. But yeah, I don't know why these people are so dumb. Like, if you're going to be in jail, know what you're fucking up against. Like, it's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. And yes, Lilani, you had a public defender. Your mom didn't pay for it. Nobody paid for your attorney. He was ordered by the state. And that's another thing. The way everyone thinks like public defenders are just lined up as public defenders. Certain states, I know Iowa's like this, certain states, every single paid lawyer has to go on record as being a public attorney, and they just rotate. What do you want? They just rotate. So you could get like the best defense attorney as your public defender. What? What do you want? What? Dog's a pain in the butt. What? Ow. Why are you in my lap? Stop. So, all right. That's all I got for you guys. Wow. You want to go out? All right. Give me a minute. All right. That's all I got for you guys. I feel a lot better. Thank you for listening to me vent. Deets, Jones, and anyone else that blame me, go fuck yourself. Don't ever mention my name again with your petty ass bullshit. And that's it. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. And I'll keep you guys up to date on the Blake Lively story. Woohoo. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.